Hello, 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 my friends. Caitlin here, and do you think girls look better without makeup? Oh my, do I have a story for you. So I was recently in New York City visiting my bestie Alana, and we were riding the subway back to her apartment late Friday night, or really early Saturday morning at like 12:30 a.m. And we had some interesting, let's say, characters start talking to us. And one of the things they said is how girls are prettier when they don't wear makeup, like us. I'll get back to that in a minute. And that when girls wear makeup, they're obviously trying to hide something. They're insecure, so that's why they cake it on. Now through all of this, I was wearing makeup and receiving compliments for my makeupless face. And it made me realize that a lot of people don't understand that there is a difference between legitimately wearing no makeup at all and then wearing a no makeup look. What better way to illustrate this than actually doing it? So let's go. So this is what no makeup Caitlin looks like. And to be honest, I don't ever go outside looking like this just because of my own insecurities and anxieties, and it even makes me anxious just to even make a video with a tiny portion of time in it where my face doesn't have any makeup on it, because I worry about people talking about my acne, or just, people like to give unsolicited advice on the internet. And that is maybe even more frustrating than just people saying that I'm ugly, because I can mostly brush that off my shoulders, but it's the unsolicited advice that is maybe the most annoying. And that's the kind of stuff that you get when you don't present an image that's perfectly polished. So my no makeup always consists of some sort of concealer, blush, setting powder, and mascara. So I could go out just like this, but I also sometimes wear this Winky Lux. It's like a balm that sort of reacts to the pH of your lips and kind of makes them a little bit more pink. Today my lips were looking pretty normal, but some days I look like a dead fish. That's what my lips remind me of. So this is no makeup look number 1. This is the kind of makeup that I imagine teenagers and social media influencers who do the whole hashtag woke up like this, photo from their bed. And this is sort of the level of makeup that I imagine they might be wearing. So now that I've done this, I did want to add a little bit more makeup just to show you kind of what I would wear on a daily basis, and the amount of makeup that I was wearing when the people on the train were like, "Oh, you look so good without any makeup." This is probably the level of makeup that I was wearing at the time. So as you can see, there's a significant difference between actually wearing no makeup and then what most people perceive to be no makeup. Even that's what I consider my no makeup look. That's why if you usually wear eyeliner and then one day you don't, people will think you're sick. This for real happened to a friend of mine, and she had to be like, "No, I was experimenting with not wearing a full face of makeup all the time, but I guess that's a no from you all." It's pretty easy to identify that yes, that James Charles look with blue eyeshadow is not natural, because eyelids are not normally that color. But doing things that simply enhance the way that someone naturally looks, like evening out the skin tone, or pinking the cheeks, or darkening the eyelashes or around the eyelids, can be more confusing for people, especially if they're used to seeing a person look a certain way. So this video isn't to say that one way is better or worse than the other, like the people in the train were trying to tell us. I don't think wearing makeup means you have something to hide. Like with fashion, I think it's just another form of self-expression. Anyone can have self-esteem issues, and it doesn't necessarily relate to the way that they dress or what they put on their face. It's something that they're dealing with internally, and it probably doesn't help to be making assumptions about people based on the way that they look. You're fake if you wear makeup, you're sick or ugly if you don't. Just, can we ever do anything right? So this has been some friendly educational content on what no makeup actually looks like. Wear what you want, friends. People are apparently going to judge you no matter what, so why not? So what do you think? What's your favorite look? No makeup, no makeup makeup, more stylized makeup? Tell me down in the comments. And as always, remember that you can check me out on these other social media sites. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know the moment there's a new video. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye!